Resilient minds, active voices, democratic futures. Welcome to YouthWell, the podcast where young people and experts come together to inspire change.
Hello all, good evening. Thank you for coming today to our talk. So I wanted to ask you some questions regarding the volunteering and youth empowerment. So let's get started. Danai, tell us about yourself. Who you are, what do you represent?
Hello, my name is Danai. I'm from Paphos, and I've been a member of the Scouts since I was 3 years old. I've been active with them in many volunteering events, and it's just I grew up with this kind of lifestyle, with volunteering and participating in different kind of events with people in communities and everything. So it kind of became my everyday now. And yes, that's basically me about my NGO.
Great. What about you, Harry?
Hello, my name is Harry. I live in Paphos for the moment, and for the past 4 or 5 years, I've also been a part of a non-governmental organization that is also based in Paphos. My motivation generally would be having a strong passion for helping people to realize, let's say, their full potential, to build their skills and have a meaningful impact on their communities, but not only, because this also helps them as an individual to be stronger and have a bigger potential when growing up.
Great, thank you. And what about you?
So that's me.
Hi everyone, my name is Eleftheria and I'm currently serving as the Secretary of the Board of Directions at the Tsada Youth Center.
Great.
I have been a member in the center since I was 16 years old. I'm now in my final semester studying mechanical engineering at University of Cyprus. My father comes from the village of Tsada in the district of Paphos. And this connection inspired me to become involved in the youth center. I wanted to join this organization in my village to contribute to the improvement of activities, to support the community, and to help create positive change for young people. I have always felt it is important to give back to the place where my roots are.
Great, thank you. And let's hear about your motivation to get involved and be active in your organization. What about you, Danai? What was your motivation to get involved?
My main motivation was myself, that after getting myself involved in volunteering, I would feel better and I would see the outcome. For example, many times we would help families during Christmas time so that they can get and have a celebration that they deserve. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to because of their financial situation. And I would see the outcome of that and I will feel so proud of it. So just by that feeling, that's my motivation.
So let's continue with Eleftheria, and then Harris can tell us about his motivation. So what was your motivation to get involved? I heard about your father, that your father is from Tsada, right?
Yeah, that was the reason. I wanted to have an energetic role in this organization, actually. And I wanted to create a positive change for young people like me.
Great. Tell me, what does youth participation mean in everyday life for you? Can you give me an example of youth participation?
So basically, youth participation is, I kind of collaborated with active citizenship. It's about when you're young, to be able to participate in decision making, either that counts for you, the government, or your community, or whichever part you consider. Or it could be like the NGO that you're working at. It's something like, don't just stand still and let everyone make the hard decisions. Be active and be part of it and share your opinion about it, because you never know. Maybe the solution that you will provide, an idea that you will provide, it could be the solution to a big problem. And to actually care about the place that you're living, that's what youth participation is for me.
Do you feel motivated to be part of, to participate in everyday life and stuff for volunteering, or to be active? As I.
Yes, I can't say clearly that I do. It comes with seasons. Like one season, I'm so motivated. I participate in many events and I really want to be involved in everything that I can. But other times I feel like I don't have the energy or the opportunities. For example, at the beginning, you get shut out from many elderly people the most times, like they're in charge, and because we youngsters, we seem very rebellious to them, so they're like, it's okay, we will handle it. But nowadays it's getting a little bit better. They consider us a little bit more. I don't know if it's because we're getting older or the times are changing. Yes,
that's true. Now I wanted to ask you some general questions regarding youth and volunteering, and you can feel free to answer. So how can a young person get involved if he or she has never volunteered before? What do you think?
Oh, sorry for before.
No worries, Harim.
Manuel, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. How can a young person get involved if he or she has never volunteered before? What are your thoughts on that?
I would say for them to start reaching out slowly, obviously. Start reaching out to local NGOs in their cities, maybe outside their cities. Most of the cities also have youth centers. They can also start participating in that, or maybe a few school clubs after school or during school. There's a lot of things that you can start building up your volunteering, say, portfolio.
That's true, yeah. Anyone else?
I would say maybe approach a person that you know is already involved, and maybe he or she can give you ideas on how to get in touch with an NGO, or if you're interested in some specific activities. I've had a lot of people, because I am also in youth exchanges and training courses with Erasmus. I participated in many projects. A lot of people came to me and asked me for advice, and I guided them where to find more information. But then it's up to them if they want to participate and if they want to give their attention to it.
Wow, you're a youth ambassador of European exchanges and youth participation activities.
Oh, thanks.
Can you tell me how many activities or youth exchanges you have been involved to? Do you have a number?
I think in total it was 15 projects.
Ooh.
7 of them were youth exchanges. I think 5 or 6 were youth trainings, and 2 of them were key to actions.
Wow.
With your NGO, actually, with your organization, with KOKEN.
Nice. So I wanted to ask you, where can someone find local or international opportunities to get involved? Via social media, or do you have to know someone? Yes, Eleftheria μου.
I think you can find opportunities through local youth centers, through universities, or social media, as you said before. There are also websites dedicated to volunteer programs. And sometimes just asking people in your area can help and can lead to great opportunities, I think.
That's right, yeah. Anyone else?
I think Eleftheria mentioned almost everything.
Yes, with her.
So everyone agrees on how someone can find opportunities. Do you think is it easy?
For my own, it was easy. And I think for others can be easy. As I said, you can find from university and from your area. So I think it's easy.
So what sort of skills can someone gain through activism or volunteering? Yes, Harry?
Can you repeat the question, sorry?
Yes, what sort of skills can someone gain through activism or volunteering? Imagine yourself, have you gained any skills, any soft skills?
I think by putting yourself into such environment, one of the biggest skills you can gain would be leadership skills, public speaking, because I didn't have this myself, teamwork, critical thinking, let's say, creativity, and also working with a lot of other people, hearing different ideas. What else? I think this is it. It also pushes the people out of their comfort zone as well. So that's also a big step up. And it also involves your skills.
Great. Anyone else that wants to add something else? Or agree? Yes, and
I totally agree with Harry. And I would say that it can form a new personality for you. It can give you or make you realize about skills you didn't even know you had. And you can change completely through it.
That's true. I also agree with your viewpoint. Now I wanted to ask you, have you experienced any challenge, and what are the biggest challenges young volunteers face today? Yes, and
one of the challenges, it could be if you're living in a rural area. I mean, we are from Paphos, but I would say even Paphos is a rural area for Cyprus. It's so far away it's not far away, but like, for example, if there's an event in Nicosia or something, it can be difficult for us to go to it, even though we would really want to participate in it. And I don't think many people understand that you get in your own expenses, you need to go there, you need to spend all your day and then come back here. And the same occurs for people that are living in many villages, that they can have like less opportunities.
Great. Yes, Eleftheria?
I agree with Lanai, and as I said before, if you have studies or work, as me right now, it's difficult, and it's very important to manage your time. So it's a challenge for me, and it can be stressful through organizing events, but it's very rewarding, I think. And distance, because I live in Nicosia right now, can also be a challenge. In my case, even though I study far from Tzada, I make an effort to stay informed daily and be ready to help if they need any help and be there for our events.
Wow, that's nice. You even hear the news daily. and any updates?
Can you tell me again?
Yeah, so you hear the updates and the news of Tzada every day.
I try. I commune with the members that live in Tzada and in Paphos.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add, Harry?
No, I think the ladies covered everything. I think the biggest challenge is getting to your destination. I also live in Paphos. It's quite far away, but also work full time, so it is quite challenging to attend everything.
So can activism be creative? Are there ways to get involved through art, music, or social media? What are your thoughts on this? Yes, Anai?
Of course, yes. It can be as you program it. Like if you do an event for activism, let's say about the plants, and you want to organize an event to plant trees. You can make it as creative as you want, so that you can also bring many volunteers in. It's up to you on how you will approach it, and also make it for the other audience, so that they can be more. It can be more approachable for them, so that it's not just a boring thing that it's like a chore. They will come and they will enjoy it. There will be music. They can express themselves, and yeah, that's
Nice. Anyone else?
I think again that I covered everything.
Great. So can you tell me on real example where youth activism brought genuine change to a local community? Can you tell me an example of your actions or something that is so remarkable that you wanted to share with us?
There was a youth activism, let's say, done, I think, back in 2022 or 2023. It was a youth organization that they organized basically an environmental cleanup in Nicosia, which was called, I think it was called We Can, which brought so many people together to clean the beaches, to clean the pavements, everything. And it also got the communities and the municipalities to install also recycling bins outside schools. They introduced a recycling program for housing, and I think it was in 2020 and end of 2022. I'm not really sure.
Nice. Eleftheria, what kind of activities do you do at Tzada's Youth Club? I think you have... go ahead.
We made a game last week. It's a very beautiful example, I think, with hidden treasure. And through this game, all the people that came to play with us had to walk through all the village and meet our village and see the beautiful spots we have. And many of them, of these people, didn't know before that we have these spots in our village. And they were so excited because they have to went from spot to spot, earn some points to go to the final station and find the hidden treasure. So I think this is a very beautiful example and one of our very big and creative challenges we did it before an activity.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, Anai, go ahead.
One event that I participated when I was younger, it was a 3-day event in Salamiu village. Basically, there was a cleanup one day. The second day, because in Salamiu they have an area where they made it a garbage area. And the residents were so mad about it, so they gathered around to make the cleanup. The next day we had tree planting, and it was in a combination about recycling. And on the last day, we had actually a collaboration with some shops that sell clothes, for example, Dominate in Paphos. And we had a runaway like catwalking, and it was kind of a show that we were taking the garbage while doing the catwalk, while showing off the clothes of the shop. And we were throwing it in for example, the plastic bottle, we were throwing it in the recycle bin, the paper over there. So it was kind of like a show that you can recycle. So because we need a greener place to live. And yeah, it was a really nice event and really nice 3 days.
Nice. So can you tell me how can I start my own initiative or campaign if I notice something is wrong in my area? If I see something that I don't like and I want to contribute to make a change, how can one start a campaign or something relevant? Yes, Anai.
First step, I would say go to the people responsible for the town or the city. For example, I live in Yeroskibu village. I would go to the mayor of Yeroskibu. If that didn't work, or if I'm not satisfied and I would like to start my own campaign, like if they don't collaborate with me, I would go into approach some people that already did some kind of activity so that I could get advice from them, where I could get funding about the project, find other people who have common goals with me that want to change things about this specific reason. And from then and on to plan events and bring more people in.
Good. Anyone else that wants to add? Yeah, go ahead, Eleftheria.
I agree with Anai. It's important to communicate with the local authorities or community leaders to gain support and make a bigger impact. And I think the best way is to start small and gather a few people who share your concerns, brainstorm ideas, and create a simple action plan.
Good. Nice. Anyone else who wants to add something, or should we move to the next question? Yes, go ahead, Hari.
Completely agree with the nine and Asteria again. But I would suggest also, I think, because we're in like 2025 as well, social media is also a very big part of our lives, and especially for young people and teenagers. So they could also bring up their concerns, or if there's any issues that they want to bring up, to create maybe, let's say, a TikTok or make a Facebook ad so they get more involvement, try to get reactions out of people. I think social media should also be taken advantage of.
And how can we make sure that youth participation is inclusive, especially for people that are marginalized, for marginalized groups? What are your thoughts on that? Yes, Eleftheria?
By creating welcoming spaces where everyone feels and valued, respected, I think it's important to listen to diverse voices, adapt activities when needed, and make sure leadership, which is very important, are accessible to everyone, no matter their background.
I do agree with you. And how you attract youth to participate in all activities? Do you have any idea on that?
Can you say again?
Yes, basically, I just wanted to ask Eleftheria, that is in a youth club, how do they attract youth to participate in the activities? Do you have any specific idea? Do you promote it on social media? Do you?
Yes, social media is very important, but you have to make activities that you see the young people want to do, such as football matches that we think to do in the summer. I think football can be a very attractive for young people.
That's right, yeah. I agree with you. Anyone else who would like to add on how we can make sure that youth participation is inclusive, and especially for marginalized groups? How can we make our activities more inclusive? I guess not. Let's move to our last question. What is one piece of advice you give to a young person who wants to get involved but doesn't know where to start? I think, Danai, you should go first, because you said before that you are like a leader that gave advice on this specific topic.
Yes, so basically is when they realize that they want to get involved, my advice will be to approach someone who already is involved. If you can't find any one of those, internet, like there's a lot of groups that are Facebook, Instagram, you can call them, because I think I started that way as well. I was just in Facebook and I applied. I didn't know what I was doing. I just applied, I got accepted, and that's how I got in. So once you just find the entrance, that it's so easy afterwards.
Nice. Eleftheria, Harry, your last remarks? One piece of advice you will give to a young person who wants to get involved?
My personal advice, I think, is to not be afraid, because such as me, at my 16 years old, I didn't know what to do, how I can help. So attend one event, reach out one organization, or volunteer for one project. It's not bad to come for one time, and if you like it, you can continue.
Yes,
So
I think it's
my advice.
Yes, I think it's to start slowly and start small, with small steps. Small steps lead to bigger steps, and bigger steps lead to a bigger passion for what they want to do.
Thank you all for your participation and for talking to us about this important topic.